What is going on, guys? Here we are. It's finally here. Episode 5 of the CRF450RL completely maxed out Supermoto build series. In this episode, we are going to be finishing the bike and, of course, revealing the bike. But before we can reveal the bike, we have to finish putting it together. But first, as always, a quick recap. So in episode 1, we took my already built CRF450RL Supermoto and stripped it down to a bare frame and sent a ton of parts out to be powder coated. In episode 2, while we waited for those parts to return from powder coating, we prepped a bunch of other parts like degreased and cleaned the motor, polished the exhaust, and did a few other odds and ends. In episode 3, we received the freshly powder coated parts, we tossed the motor back in the frame, put the wiring harness on, led the radiators. In episode 4, we tossed the bars back on, got the wheels back on the bike, and got it pretty much finished up. Now, here we are, episode 5. We don't have a lot left, guys, so let's go ahead and grind it out so we can do the reveal at the end of the video. First up on the list, we had to go ahead and bleed my rear foot brake, my new MotoMaster front brake, and my handbrake. I'm not gonna lie, I've bled a ton of brakes, but for some reason these brakes were being a complete pain. I tried everything from reverse bleeding to bleeding the standard way, so I didn't record too much of it, but we finally got them bled and they're good to go. Next up, guys, it's finally time to go ahead and toss on these super sick graphics. I cannot believe how well these turned out, and I'm sure you guys are excited to see these on the bike when it's all finished up. These graphics are made by a company called MX Graphics, and they were nice enough to help me out with this kit. It's a fully custom kit. I'll put a link to their website down in the description, as well as their Instagram if you guys are interested in getting a kit like this for your bike. After we got the graphics on, it was time to go ahead and trim these plastics. First, I had to do the fork guards. If you guys aren't aware, if you're running Supermoto wheels, they're a lot wider in the front, so they rub on the fork guards. As well as I also had to cut my rear fender because it is a CRF450R fender, so it's not an exact fit. I'm going to try to do some close-ups if you guys want to do the 450R conversion yourself. That way you can kind of follow along. The end result's kind of a mess, but it's all hidden underneath the seat and stuff anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I also had my buddy 3D print me this super nice taillight bracket. And it's finally time to go ahead and start fitting the plastics up to the bike. Now that I have the plastics on, it's finally time to put on this RGB Seat Glow kit from Movetronics. I've been super hyped to put this on the bike ever since I got it because I know it's going to look so sick. I went ahead and removed my old swing arm decals from Bold Designs and tossed on my new matching decals from MX Graphics. I also wanted to protect my freshly powder coated frame, so I tossed on these super nice rubber frame guards from Core Grip. They almost look like a sandpaper texture, but it's more of like a truck bed liner texture, more of like a rubber. Alright guys, well that's it. That's the full build. It's finally time for the reveal. But first I just wanted to say thank you for all the support on the full build series, as well as thank you and a big shout out to my sponsors for providing me with parts and helping me out with a lot of things. Make sure you guys do subscribe if you like this type of content. I have more builds planned for the future, as well as a bunch of other videos on my 450 going over the total cost on the build and a bunch of other things. Now let's get into the reveal.
Ela chega, domina o baile.